everyone. Welcome to TALRadio powered by Touch a Life Foundation. You have tuned in to another episode of Voices of Impact, where you hear the stories of change makers across the globe. Today we have with us Chandra Mishra ji. Chandra Mishra is a pioneering figure in social entrepreneurship, renowned for his innovative approach to tackling unemployment and poverty. With a background in journalism and extensive experience in national employment policy, he founded Beggars Corporation, aiming to transform beggars into entrepreneurs. His work epitomizes purpose-driven leadership and societal change. From TAL Radio, we extend a warm welcome to Chandra Mishra ji.
Thank you and namaste from India.
Sir, I would like to start this interview by asking you I think, a very cliched question of what inspired you to start Beggars Corporation? And I would also like to know whether there was some kind of influence of your background in journalism as well as your extensive background in doing employment policy across India, and how has it helped you in the process of starting Beggars Corporation?
I do always believe that challenges are the opportunities to do something new, to think differently. Like I am sitting here in Banaras. Besides the Kashi Vishwanath temple, there is the famous Sarnath, where Buddha Dev taught Buddhism. Buddhism started from here itself. And if you go back to the background of Buddha Dev, you will find how he encountered death, he encountered sorrows, which motivated him, or which, created a kind of urge in him to find the solution. The same is the thing. What a journalist does. A journalist who is involved in humanity stories, he goes to different places, interacts with different kinds of people. He sees both prosperity and poverty. At the same, that means prosperity and poverty are the two sides of the coin for him. So that was the same thing with me. I have covered poverty, I have covered prosperity, I have covered power also. I have come from Odisha. Once upon a time, Odisha was known for poverty, child cell, and starvation death. In the early 80s or even mid 80s, you might have heard that one lady sold her child, and for which the international media came to that nondescript village, nondescript tribal village, to cover it. So we have seen it. And second also, I have seen unemployment from the very close quarters, how it was, and all these things created a kind of climax when there was COVID-19 and the lockdown. At that time, I was all alone in Delhi. I was caught up there, and Delhi, we were witnessing so many stories, so many visuals, that people walking hundreds of miles just to come back to their home place. People lost jobs. So all these things created a kind of urge in me that it's not the time to talk about theories, to talk about policies, to work directly on ground. And there itself, I conducted one survey, unemployment survey, in the constituency of the Prime Minister here in Varanasi through Facebook. It was an online survey. You will be astonished to know 27,000 odd people they filled up the Google form, because people were completely held up in their homes. So they had enough time, they had desperation. So each and every, so many people, those who are little bit educated and they know how to fill up the forms, they all filled up the forms. And accordingly, I sent a letter with a proposal to the district magistrate of Banaras. And then I ran one employment debate for 40 days, starting from mid-July to mid-August in 2020. And finally, on 31st December 2020, I reached Banaras without knowing anybody here, without knowing the city. For the first time in my life, I reached Banaras. And you won't believe it, I came by train. My train reached by 9:30 or 10 in the morning, but I could not dare to come out of the station till 4 or 4:30 in the afternoon, because I didn't know where to go. how to go. And finally, from that date till now, I am here in Banaras. Banaras has taught me what life is, how to give back to the world, how to create impact, and it has taught me, it has really shown me a different aspect of poverty which we don't know. When we talk about poverty and livelihood, we have seen that people have say people are below poverty line. They are taking they have BPL cards, and but here are people like say the beggars who are there at the cars. They don't have even an identity card. They don't have that Aadhaar or I card. Officially, they are not even citizens. Forget about having the BPL card. They don't have homes. They live on the streets. They don't have any security. They don't have any this identity even. So it's a different aspect. So I thought if poverty, employment, or say equitable economic development or welfare, if all these are the words we are say debating among ourselves, then we should start the work from those people who live on the streets without a roof on their head, without even having an identity. They are the people where we should work from. Because I believe if beggars can be entrepreneurs, how can the educated youth be unemployed?
Wonderful concept, and it really, for me, your journey, it has been, you have been in different places at different point of time, and you have tried to assess the situation at a national level. In fact, this is a national level problem, and it took more than 70 years for a person to come up with such a solution. And what really hit me was what is there, which has been quoted in the Beggars Corporation official website. It is about you can give a man a fish and he would be hungry in an hour, and but if you can teach him fishing, then he is sorted for life. In that means, and taking that and turning beggars into entrepreneurs is something, it's such a novel idea, and I don't think people across the world, and it took just one person to and a lockdown for having this idea to be conceived in you. And it's so amazing, and I can't describe, I can't put it to words how novel I find the idea to be. And I'm really curious to know, what were the key challenges that you faced from the inception till this point of time? Because I believe now it has been a total of almost 2.5 years from the beginning. And what are the challenges that you faced, and what are the milestones that you felt that you had through this journey?
I believe there is only one challenge, that is called mindset. Mindset. I believe that poverty or say the prosperity, whatever you may say, for me, it is two sides of one coin, and the difference is only the mindset. Our mindset makes us poor, or our mindset can make us rich. That is what I have realized coming here to Banaras and working with the beggars. The first challenge that I face with the beggars, that can we work? Will somebody give us work? So that is the thing. They lack that confidence. Can I work? Will somebody give me that work? They feel disconnected with the society because they are already rejected by their families, or rejected by their relatives, rejected by the neighborhood, rejected by the society altogether. So they don't have faith in the society. They don't have faith in us. It's a kind of social disconnect. And the second part is, we have constantly killed their self-confidence. When the word we utter called skill, I believe skill is nothing. That is the killer instinct. In every skill, whenever you say skill, there is a kill in it. And what that kill is the killer instinct for success. Yes, comes from success. But to achieve that success, you need that killer instinct. But unfortunately, through our charity-based developmental model or charity-based welfare model, we have only cultivated poverty, and we have killed their confidence level. When we kill the confidence level of our citizens, how can they work? How can they contribute to the contribute to the country, contribute to the nation? We have made them a burden on the society. They have not made them burden. They can work. We have made them a burden on the society. And number two, I don't believe that begging is a challenge. I believe the real problem is our mindset to donate. We are very happy to donate. We don't donate. Forgive me if I sound very rude or blunt, but we are not donating just to do something good for the other person. No, we are not doing that. We are not doing, we are not giving that donation to do really something impactful for the society. No, behind our every donation, mostly there are three kind of things. The first kind of things that I have done some path. I have done some path in my life by throwing this coin to the beggar or donating this. I can earn some punya. The God will bless. Number two, if I am giving something to somebody, then ultimately I think, please God, give my son this, give my daughter this, give myself this. So we are giving this. Ultimately, we are giving these things or a small coin to the beggar to beg a bigger thing from the God for ourselves. So it's not our selfless service. There is a bigger self-interest in it. And number three, the most vital part is that our body language when we donate, our ego or our social status is reflected when we donate. We donate, take selfie with them in a manner. See, I donated 1 rupee coin to this person today. So we are what we are trying to show. We are trying to show ourselves as if we have become the monarchs or the kings, and this person, they are the beggars or they are the poor people. They come to us and beg. So these three things, that is called the mindset behind donation. That kills more harm. That's why. Let me talk about India itself. I have not seen much part of the world, I cannot say. Here in India, after 75 years of independence, after spending more than 17 lakh crore, 18 lakh crore per year on welfare budgets by the governments, we have created officially 4 lakh 13,670 beggars. That's the official figure. If we have 4 lakh 16,000, sorry, 4 lakh 13,670 people officially begging on the streets, how can we say that we have done away with poverty? We have eradicated poverty.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Poverty, charity breeds poverty. We believe, and it is proved already in the Indian context, in the context of so many developing countries, it is proved that charity breeds poverty. Only investment can create wealth and ownership of wealth. That's why Beggars Corporation is not a non-profit company, though we are working for social impact. It's a for-profit company. We proudly say it's a for-profit company where beggars have their shares. They are the owners. We are trying to make the poor or the poorest of the poor like beggars, both creator and owner of wealth. They have that ownership. So that's called dignity. We are creating that dignity in themselves. We are creating that confidence, that self-confidence in themselves. Yes, we can earn for ourselves. We can earn a better future for our children. We don't need to say, depend on the government, depend on the NGOs, or depend on other people to come and do something favor, do some favor to us. No, we are creating a kind of sense in them that when they can take care of their lives, they can take care of the future of their children, they can take care of their family, and so also by producing these things, by selling these things, they are contributing to GDP, and by paying tax, at least GST, though not income tax, they are also contributing to the state exchequer. So the beggars here, they are contributing to the economy of the country. They are a productive force.
So that's a wonderfully put out answer. And whatever you spoke regarding the feelings that we have when we are donating is so true. And one thing that I would like to add to it is there is also a feeling of guilt and also an extreme level of sympathy. So either we sympathize, ignore, or there is a feeling of guilt which causes us to donate. It doesn't go beyond that. And once that moment is over, we are not even thinking about these people until we encounter yet another person. And unfortunately, a lot of representation that we have had in India, if we were to see art and cinema, it is unfortunately, it does cover these aspects in India, which we, especially people living in the city, have conveniently ignored over the years. And it's just a one idea that, making them giving them an opportunity to be skilled. And through skill, getting the killer instinct in life and giving them the dignity to live, the kind of difference that has made. I would like to know what are the kind of milestones that you have achieved, and because this would be a big inspiration for all the audience who is listening to us across the globe to understand what are the kind of milestones that you have achieved through this program.
Exactly. Let me tell you that Beggars Corporation is not a, though it is registered as a for-profit company, it is not simply a company. Beggars Corporation is a socio-economic re-evolution, not a revolution, but re-evolution of the poorest of the poor. Let me tell you how we are different. What are the milestones we are? We have all along heard about the class conflict, the class war, the class tension, all these kind of things in the Marxism theory and in the political, socio-political theory. We have heard it. We have a scheme that is called one beggar, one mentor. We don't take, for your information, I am telling you, we have refused to take grant or fund from the government. We have refused to take fund from the funding agencies like those who fund to the NGOs. And for your information, we have refused even the VC funds. Last year, in 2023 April, I signed one term sheet with a means very big VC firm, Gurgaon-based VC firm, for 10 crore against 10% of equity. Then we refused it. First, I signed the term sheet because I was apprehensive whether I can really get the fund from the citizens or not. After signing the term sheet, I took 3 months of time when they were asking me to go there and complete the formalities. I said, give me time till June. And by mid-June, I, I was able to raise the fund. I said them no. And I gave them the say logic because the VC firms are only interested in higher and higher returns. 3x, 4x, 5x returns. And here, working with the beggars who are illiterate, who are helpless, who don't have their self-confidence even, it is our first priority to look after them. So we cannot simply use the beggars as cheap labor and hand over the profits to the VC firms. That's why I said no. Then we coined this one beggar, one mentor scheme. What happens? When we onboard one beggar, when we talk to one beggar, identify him, verify his or her family background, his criminal background, then we talk to him or why he wants to or she wants to work with us. Then we give them the motivation. Then what we do? We rope in a citizen who is little bit well off to invest 2 lakh rupees in his or her venture for 3 years. So one beggar, one mentor. And Beggars Corporation in the middle takes the responsibility of training the beggars, identifying the work for them, the quality of productions, then sell in the market, the legalities, the tax factor, the labor factor, handholding, chartered accountant, everything. It is our duty. And at the end of the 3 years, the mentor can take away his money along with ROI, and the beggar gets minimum 4.6 lakh in 3 years from us. How? After that 3 months of paid training, during that 3 months of training, we give them a livelihood compensation. I am not counting that. After that, he or she gets minimum 10,000 rupees per month from us. And somewhere it has gone up to 12,000 and 15,000 also. So they get minimum 10,000 from us. For 3 years or 36 months into 10,000, it becomes 3.6 lakhs. After 3 years, they get a lump sum 1 lakh rupees from us, either to construct their house, to get their daughter married, or for higher education or education of their children, whatever they want. Or if they want to have their independent business, they can also do it. So they get 4.6 lakh. And our track record says our repayment rate for annum was 33, minimum 25% to 33% per annum. That was the return rate, the ROI rate. So the beggars are now capable of handling the investment of others and then selling it. And for your information, Beggars Corporation does not sell its product to the consumer, to the customers. Ours is a B2B organization. We sell it to the brands means the business only. And
Okay.
Beggars Corporation has already means applied for the trademark.
Mm.
So we are building brands out of beggars. Beggars have already become a brand in the market, and now the organizations like Chapi, they have taken our products, they have collaborated with us. You can find our products in Pune, sorry, in Thane, in Mumbai, in Goa. The ONDC has recently onboarded our products. You can find our products in Paytm. You can find our products in the ONDC apps. So you can find these products there. And recently we are also in advanced discussion with Mintra
Mm.
to have means tie up with them. So our products are now available in the upmarket upmarket stores. So we are a B2B product, and Beggars Corporation is a brand that we have already done. And second thing that if you want to say, we are creating a model here,
Yeah.
which can be the a kind of say uh, means eye opener for the employment policy of India. India does not have any employment policy. As I told you earlier
Mm.
also, if
Mm.
the beggars can be entrepreneurs, how can the educated youth be unemployed? So we are now creating a kind of system. It's a laboratory. Beggars Corporation is a laboratory. And in that laboratory, we are trying to show how these illiterate beggars can also earn. And we have not faced any loss till date. We have not faced any loss till date. In last financial year, we did roughly a business of 3.48 crores, taking only 17 beggars. So that is another part. We are creating a model for the employment policy. We are also creating a model for the poverty alleviation program of the world, or say for the UN. All our poverty alleviation products are based on either on charity or say the small loans, the microfinance, the livelihood. We don't believe in the word called livelihood. I believe livelihood leads to the poverty trap. Livelihood means I am earning something today. I can feed my children today, and tomorrow I have to seek for work. If I don't get it, I don't have enough. I don't have the surplus to construct my own house. I don't have the surplus to send my children to good school. I don't have. So here on the investment model, by making them a brand, by creating a system, we are telling them, you see how the investment model can take the poor to be the owner of property, to create property and to be the owner of property. So it's another model that we are. And if you go by the success stories, I don't believe in numbers. I believe in quality. 17 beggars whom we onboarded, not a single one of them has gone back to the street to beg again. There are instances when we we discarded some people. We told them go away, be it for their habit for drugs or be of their attitude. So something or other. So we have also driven out some people, but I am so happy that those people have gone back, means gone back to work in other areas.
Mm.
Even now they come back. Even now they come to us. Some are earning less than what they were getting here,
Mm.
but they have not gone back to bank. There was an example of one Rajni Didi who was getting 12,000 rupees here during training.
Mm.
She is now working in another hospital, getting only 7,000 rupees. But she is working. She has not gone back to the ghat to beg again.
How wonderful, sir. So, what you have managed, from what I've understood so far, is that the whole journey of Beggars Corporation is a milestone in itself. Because you don't have to state individual milestones, because the whole journey is a milestone. And to just having the change in the mindset to take a person from the streets to giving them an opportunity to live a dignified life and presenting them a whole new worldview is enough, is sufficient for them to continue on the same track, like you said, the example that you quoted. It's a very fine example. So when a person has experienced what it feels like to work and earn, then there is no way they would go back to the streets to beg, and they will figure out a way in which they can maintain that, how they can work, how they can earn. And so I have no other words to express this other than saying that I can say for a fact that Beggars Corporation, it's a movement, and the whole journey that you have had since its inception is a milestone in itself. And I would like to know, how has it been? Like, you have definitely firmly refused collaborations with VCs, thinking about the, I think your integrity of, you wanted to maintain the integrity of the purpose of the organization. You didn't want to compromise on that. And that is the reason why you had to probably not go ahead with certain opportunities you had to sign with the VCs. But I would like to know, for instance, you had featured in the TALTalks platform, and you got an opportunity to interact with multiple NGOs and people who are change makers. Has it had any impact to Beggars Corporation? Has it helped it in any way to get a bit of a leverage? Because from what I understand is that you already have a lot of global recognition. I think for the last 2 years there has been a lot of newsletters, newspapers. There have been people from different countries who have quoted you as an example. So, has recognition from the nonprofit sector and has recognition from change makers across India, has it helped you in certain way? Has it given you some sort of a leverage?
Obviously, it has. It has given me enough confidence in the society itself that there are enough number of people in the society who wants to make a change, who wants to contribute to the society. And they have given me the confidence to tell in this language or in this tone that I don't want VC fund.
Mhm.
The confidence behind my voice or behind my tone is not me. The confidence behind me or behind my tone or behind this kind of body language is the confidence of those people who want to contribute to the society. So I really salute them. If there are anybody, I am not the person who deserves the credit. The credit goes to two sections of people. First one, those beggars, when nobody was with us, when I didn't have even the office with me, when I was interacting with them, there at the ghats, at that time, those few beggars who agreed to come with me. So that was the first thing I must salute them. Number two, those people, when I had nothing, let me tell you one example. Beggars Corporation was registered on 12th August 2022 as a for-profit company. And do you know I have not registered that? One of the person was associated with me actually. He was vice president of a company. They were having his name is Badri Mishra. Let me tell the name very proudly, Badrinath Mishra. He is now my co-founder. But he was vice president of one, say, national network of, say, national marketing company. That was a this higher network, MLM company. That was Delhi-based company. They were having their, say, dealers or franchise owners meeting here in Banaras in a star hotel. They had invited me as the guest. I went to that star hotel taking my bike. The guard didn't allow my bike to enter into. So I parked the bike outside and enter into that. Yeah. And there I suddenly found that I am the guest. I have to address there. Then I addressed them. Then I addressed them. And there itself, he came to me and asked me what you are doing, how you are doing. Then I said, these are the things we are doing. Next day, he came to our office and he purchased some bags from the which our beggar turned entrepreneurs were just making it say as an experiment. And he gave us 1,000 rupees. I said, no, we can't accept more than what we deserve because we have already given a call. Don't donate, invest. We cannot take that donation. So, so we took the exact amount of money, and when that change factor was something which we didn't have, we said, ki, okay, we are taking 900, not that 900 odd amount. He said no. If you are not taking donation, then how can I take donation? So he paid us. And from that day onwards, he got involved with us. And he was the person who got the company registered there in Delhi. Delhi means taking its chartered accountant.
Mm,
Okay. So that is how the company got registered. But before that, I had given a call through social media
mm,
asking people,
mm,
don't donate and invest. The same thing. And I asked people to donate, to invest 10,000 only.
mm,
Because even I didn't have the confidence that we will be capable enough to repay the money.
mm,
So there was nothing mentioned. Though we said, turn your donations into investments and
mm,
invest 10,000 rupees, but there was nothing mentioned when we will repay, how much ROI will be there. Nothing was mentioned there. It was completely in ambiguity. But still then, 57,000 people deposited 10,000. And do you
mm,
know, out of those 57, I didn't know 48 people myself. Even the first person who deposited the money, his name was engineer Rohit Sharma from Chhattisgarh. He deposited the money. There was a number, and he sent the WhatsApp message. Then we found out, okay, he has deposited the money. So this is how we got 10,000 each from 57 people. It was in between mid-July to mid-August 2022. Then we got the company registered in mid-August. Then there is a problem. The money we had taken 10,000 is how we will show it in our book of records. Chartered accountant, there is a lot of things to be done. So, so in February, we declared in February 2023, we asked all of them, now we will repay you with ROI. So
mm,
we repaid them with 33% ROI. That means 15.5% or something that, sorry, 16.5% ROI in 6 months. That means we had taken money from them in mid-July to mid-August. We repaid them in the first week of February, and we had taken 10,000 each. We repaid them 11,650. So that was the first way. How the things happen. So I can tell you that when you said that is how the money comes and how the things happen, this is how the things happen.
yeah,
So even now, I can proudly say there are people in the pipeline to deposit, to invest in us. There are people already in pipeline from India and from outside.
mm,
But our investment form is not available anymore. There is a system, they have to first talk to us. If we
mm,
become convinced, then we will ask them to send us a letter of intent, a LOI, by mail. Then we will share the form with them with a say with a warning that this form should not be shared with any third party. It's a criminal offense if you share it with a third party. So only the person concerned whom we are sharing with can deposit and fill up this form. And once they fill up that form, then we give them the bank account, etc. Okay, deposit this form. So this is how now we work on. And for your information, we have already declared in our extended board meeting on 7th of April uh,
mhm,
this year that we are going to form one Begging Free India fund at a one-time investment of 14.9 crore.
mm.
And taking this, we will be doing a business of 1,125 crore in 5 years.
Wonderful. It's such an ambitious project, and I hope it takes off really well because so far because Corporation has been doing a wonderful job. And I'm really looking forward to see what are the milestones you'll be achieving in the years to come. So, with that, thank you, sir, for this wonderful, wonderful interview. And because there is so much more to talk about the Beggars Corporation and the mentorship program, and so much more topics to cover. But since it's a 30 minutes interview, we could only cover a snapshot of it. But I would urge our audience to go and check out the website and to learn more about this movement and to see in what way you can contribute to this organization. And like Chandra Mishra ji said, I would urge every audience who is listening to this interview to not donate but to invest. With that, we are coming to the end of this episode. Thank you once again, Chandra ji.
Thank
And
you.
this is
Namaste.
Thank you, sir. And this is your host, Pavithra, signing off for today's episode of Voices of Impact. So see you for the next episode of Voices of Impact. Thank you and have a great day.